A shave with a vintage Schick Injector razor coming up next.
Oh, that's nice and smooth.
Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back in another video and I'm really looking forward to this shave because I'm finally going to be shaving with this vintage Schick Injector razor that I've been talking about. And really looking forward to this shave on camera. Been using it the last week and kind of feeling my way around and getting used to it because it is a different approach from a double-edged safety razor. Absolutely no doubt. Now let's just get right to this and show you, first of all, size comparison for this razor right here. Here's the Schick Injector razor right here. This is a Type G razor. Here it is next to my PAL adjustable injector razor, and you can see the size difference right there. All right, the PAL definitely is longer, it's a larger razor, that sort of thing, and of course it's adjustable. This is not adjustable at all. Let me show you how it stacks up next to my late father's Gillette Super Speed double edge razor. There you go, a little bit larger, but kind of in the same ballpark, I would say, right? Completely different approach. Now, how do you shave with one of these? Well, this is similar to those gem micromatics that I've talked about in the way you approach the shave. Let me show you a gem micromatic right here. I've got one in an original case. This is the Flying Wing, also known as the Bullet Tip. Now, this has right here, etched on this surface right here, what is known as the guiding eye. I guess that was a marketing ploy where they would tell you to press this guiding eye against your face. And what that did was that reminded you to keep this surface right here flat against the face like this. And then that would keep the blade parallel so that you would shave, much like a straight razor. Matter of fact, these were called straight razors on a pole, as I understand it. Anyhow, this approach is very similar to this approach here. In other words, this is the same kind of approach as this, in that this surface right here, is what you keep flat against the face, right here like this. You keep that flat against the face and you shave. It keeps the blade parallel. Again, like the Gem Micromatic, very similar to a straight razor. And that's the way I've been using it. And you really have to hold that angle. If you don't, you might slip up. The shave might become a little rough. I know that I've nicked myself a few times with this because this is a Type G Schick Injector razor, and Type G is probably more on the aggressive end, and the razors, the newer models that were released, H, I, etc., became milder as they were released. So if you have a Type I model, it's going to be milder than the H and the G. But yeah, I'm told that this is rather on the aggressive side, and yeah, in learning how to use this, I have nicked myself. That's why I'm going to have a good old reliable styptic pencil available for this shave, just in case. I'm also told, viewer Tim Whitcup pointed out, that this is not a G1 or a G2 as I first thought. It's a G8, and the reason why it's a G8 is because it has a partially ribbed handle here. And I concur, I believe it is a G8. That really puts the year of manufacture in the early 1950s. Somewhere around 1953, somewhere in there. I think the G series or the Type G models were made from about 46 to about 55, I think. I found a very informative page, website on Schick Injector razors, and I'll link it below. It'll give you a lot of history regarding the razor, and it'll help you identify the various Schick Injector models that are out there. Now, this cost me about $35. It came with some vintage, unopened Schick Injector razor blades. Look at those, 7 for, what is that, $1.15. I don't know what year that puts it at, but I guess if you can do a Google search, $1.15 for Schick Injector razors, that'll give you the year for that. And I also got this case with it. I don't think this is the original case because according to that page that I'll link below, this red case was for a G1, whereas a maroon colored case was what the G8 came in. So I'm not entirely sure if that's the original case, but that's what came with it. I'm not really interested in those extra blades or the case. I was just interested in the razor because it really is in terrific, terrific shape, given how old it is. And it does give a nice smooth shave, but it's very, very deceptive. As I say, it's on the aggressive side. You have to really be careful with it. You really have to hold that surface to your face and really hold that blade almost parallel to the skin, and you'll get a nice shave. But if you know, you really gotta keep form, is what I'm saying. So it's a very different approach from a double-edged razor, but it can give you a very, very smooth shave. Now, I know viewer Thomas Jefferson said he used one of these, did 3 passes, and his face felt like a peeled radish for about a week. Yeah, you can't overdo this because it is deceptive. This is aggressive. It feels smooth, it feels mild, but it's really aggressive. So I found that 3 passes might be a little too much for me. So I'm probably going to do 2 passes and maybe a little touch up. We'll see how it goes. So for this shave, I'm going to kick it off with the Cube 2.0 from PhoenixShaving.com. Formula CK6 ingredients, and it's mentholated. Like that a lot. I am going to use Astro Traveler Shave Soap from PhoenixShaving.com. This has a wonderful, wonderful spice scent. Love this a lot. Yeah, and this is Formula CK6. I'm going to do a dry load with this. I'm going to use my Phoenix Shaving Peregrino shave brush. I've got that soaking in the sink. I'm going to finish it off with an alum block from PhoenixShaving.com and their dry dock system. This is the non-slip grip. I like this alum block because it's so much larger than other alum blocks. It's got all this surface area, so it gives you great coverage when you're using it on the face. Like that a lot. And this has a heaviness and density unlike any other alum block I've ever used. So I like this a lot, and I especially like the nice non-slip grip on there. So all you have to do is after you use it, just put it back in here into this dry dock, and the air circulates around it, and it dries out. So you don't have to do any wiping or anything like that. Also going to finish it off with Astro Traveler After Shaving Cologne and some of the Astro Traveler Star Jelly. This stuff is really, really good. Douglas Smythe did a live stream on Facebook, and he talks about his various products, and the question of this came up, the Star Jellies. And he was saying that this has some really, really beneficial skin ingredients in it. And I tend to believe that because when I was first using this injector razor, and it didn't go as well as planned, let's say, this really came to the rescue and calmed my skin down. It has a little bit of alcohol in it, but once that alcohol evaporates, according to what Douglas says, then all these great skin nutrients and everything do their thing. And this really did help me a great deal. As a matter of fact, I've been using this and the other Star Jelly I have, the Future Fiction, when I've been shaving with this injector razor. It's really, really been beneficial. So that's kind of what we got going on. Let me get this razor, this Micromatic, out of the way. Just wanted to show you that both of those razors are similar in their approach to the shave and the way the blade is used. I'm going to go ahead and pop in a new blade. Here is the key, and all you do is insert it like this, right, like that. Okay, so we're going to insert it like that. You insert it, okay? Then you pull this guy all the way back, and then that's it. And the blade, old blade gets thrown out, a new blade gets pushed in there, and look at that. Alignment is spot on. And of course, this has an area in the back where you can put the used blades if you want to do that. So that's great to know too. And I guess, you could put in your old blades and just recycle this whole thing. Really, really very, very nice. And let me get this blade out of the way here so it doesn't get in the way. Okay, great. Okay, that's about it. Kind of a lengthy introduction, but I wanted to kind of cover all the bases. Let's wet the face and let's get to the shave. Okay, this cube has been great. I've been using it for all my shaves lately. I like the menthol, and I just like the great pre-shave base it gives me. Really, really helps the shave. And I've been using it with other shave soaps too. Not just the Phoenix shaving soaps. I've been using it with Tabak and Cella, etc. Okay. Just rinse my hands off there like that. Let me get my brush, wring out a little bit of that. Let's go ahead and just load this up a little bit. And I'm probably gonna, this really loads fast, but I'm probably gonna dip this into the sink and put a little more water on the brush because I think it's gonna need it. But that's about all I'm gonna need. That's a really good brush load right there like that. Okay, so let's see. I mean, the lather just explodes off the brush with this. But yeah, I'm gonna need some water. That's due to the dry load, but that's okay. It's always good to add water rather than not. You know, you want to add water, not add soap. What a nice lather already. I mean, boom, lather. That's terrific. I got a thick carpet of lather. I'm just going to put a little more water there. I love this Formula CK6. This makes some of the best lather I have ever used in wet shaving. It is so easy to lather. And if you've watched my channel, you know I overindulge in lathering. And I apologize for that, but I just love this wet shaving process. Okay, here, let's do it like this. There we go, that's got it. All right, plenty on the brush. Okay, so there we go. Here's the razor. Let me get some hot water and heat this up and bring it to the proper temperature for me. And let's get shaving with this. Okay, there's some nice, ooh, there's some hot water right there. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna swirl the sink, bring it to the proper temperature. Now I can't say 30 degrees of light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen, because again, it's a different approach. We're gonna have this surface right here flat against the face and just pull down. Almost a buffing action, shorter strokes. That's kind of how I've approached this shave with this razor. That seems to be the natural inclination in shaving with this. So here we go. Okay, you can see it's not blocking up too much. Getting out of the way there. It feels very smooth. Matter of fact, it feels so smooth, I didn't feel this little nick right here. Right there, I don't know if you saw that. That's how smooth it feels. But again, it's deceptively smooth. It's aggressive. I find I'm stretching my skin a little more when I use this. It becomes a little more effective when I stretch my skin a little more. Now, I don't like to use an opposing hand to stretch my skin because I think it might be overstretching my skin. I use my facial muscles to stretch everything out. But I find that I'm doing a little more stretching when I'm using this razor. Now, getting underneath the nose is a little easier with this because of the low profile. So you can really get underneath to get those little bits by the nostrils in a north to south or with the grain pass. Okay, it looks like that closed up. That was really, really, really very, very minor. Nothing to write home about. Okay, that's the first pass done. Let's rinse. Well, that's a nice first pass, and it's on par with a lot of other razors that I have, a lot of other double-edged razors. And again, it's more effective if I remember to stretch my skin. Now, my second pass, well here, let's lather up. We'll talk about the second pass. Got plenty of soap here, man. Love this Peregrino brush, really. Very, very nice. Okay. All right, that's got it. Okay. Nice. All right, now my second pass is going to be kind of a mashup. It's going to be a combination across the grain and against the grain. That seems to work for me best because doing a third pass is a little too much. So this is how I'm going to do it now. Based on how this pass goes, I might do a little touch up afterwards, but I'm not going to do a complete third pass because of the aggressive quality of this razor and the deceptive aggressive quality of this razor, because it is very smooth, but you gotta be really careful. At least I have to be careful. Now, it's a little more difficult trying to get this surface flat against your face when you're going across the grain. It seems to be easiest with the grain and against the grain, at least for me. So here we go. We're going to go with pass number 2. We're going to do a combination across the grain and against the grain. Right there on my chin where I'm going across the grain, I have to be really careful. The blade, the razor head, seems to move the lather out of the way so that you always have an edge to shave with. Yeah, seem to get those little bits very, very well there with the grain and across the grain. Again, a little difficult for me using it east to west like that. I keep, finding that flat surface and keeping it flat against my face. It does take a little bit of practice. Try to gain muscle memory. I'm looking at that to make sure everything lines up so I'm not nicking myself, that sort of thing. Okay, that's pass number 2 done. Let's rinse. That's a nice smooth shave. I need a little bit of touch up right here and right here. And I'm going to go against the grain with that, like this. That seems to have it. Okay, let's rinse again. That's a nice smooth shave. That's all I'm gonna need. I'm not gonna need anything more than that. It's very, very nice. I seem to have gotten everything. Let's do my 2 final rinses. Just a little touch up is all I needed there. And I'm good to go. Certainly good for the office. I don't know if this is going to be a BBS shave or a darn fine shave. I'll know in about, 10-15 minutes after the shave is completed. And, I do another check there to see how it's done. But yeah, here's a little nick right here. Caught myself right there, okay? I think that was going east to west and I didn't stretch my skin enough there, or I didn't hold that surface against my face. But it's small enough to where I think it's going to close up with cold water. All right, so 2 final rinses, 1 warm, 1 cold. All righty. All that slickness came off nicely. This is my favorite part whenever I'm using the Cube 2.0 because it's got menthol in it. I can feel that menthol kick in from the cold water rinse. Really my favorite part of the shave. Okay, here we go. Ah, very, very nice. Very nice. Got a clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. That's terrific. And let's see. Seems to have closed up. I think it's going to close up even more after I use the alum block. And I'll get an idea of feedback and see how close the shave is. If it's too close, but boy. Yeah, that's a close shave. That really is. That's nice and close. That really is a close shave. Okay. Make sure I get everything off there. Alrighty. Okay, so here's my alum block right here. Let's run this under some cold water and let's see what kind of feedback we get. Yeah, I'm getting some zinging here. I really am, yeah. This is telling me that, now, third pass would have been too much. I'm getting some pretty good zings, especially right there where that little guy was. This one here, not so much. But yeah. But that's why I use an alum block, because it knocks down any potential irritation. It has antiseptic qualities. I love using an alum block as part of my post shave after every shave. It really has been probably One of the best steps I've incorporated into my wet shaves. Absolutely fantastic. And this is a good one because of the dry dock. I don't have to dry it off with a towel. Just put it in there, set it down, air circulates around it, it dries out, it's good to go. Okay, here, I'll just show you how much more I've got here. Look at that. Look at that. This is just fabulous, fabulous shaving soap. I had enough for a third pass. But again, I'm not going to do a third pass because this razor is really, really aggressive for me. And again, it's deceptively aggressive. And I know that there are some viewers out there who love these. I would ask which model you have because when I'm using the PAL adjustable injector razor, I found that I have to turn that down to the mild side in order to kind of tame the shave. This injector razor, it really is, again, very, very, very deceptive. These Type G injector razors. It's just, you know, that's just what I've been reading online and what the consensus and the general understanding of the razor is that it's a little more on the aggressive side. And again, I can't stress it enough. If you use one of these, be careful. I would say do a shave with it, do one pass, and then the next day maybe add a second pass, and then the next day second pass and a touch-up, and see where you are with it. It gives you a great shave. It is a different approach, far different from, I think it's far different from a double-edged razor. Here, check that out. Isn't that great? Man, love this brush. I think it's far different from a double-edged razor as far as the approach, and really, really kind of a different animal. But again, it's a nice change of pace, no doubt about it. And yeah, I'm feeling that it was very, very close, and the third pass would have been probably too much for me. Okay, so here is the aftershave and cologne right here. Love this stuff. Boy, I love the scent of this Astro Traveler. It is fantastic. I know it's got kind of an autumnal fall kind of vibe. You know, you like that kind of scent towards the fall, but I use it year round. I love it. But certainly with cooler weather, oh yeah, you can't beat it. But I use it all year round. Now, here's the Star Jelly. This has been a big, big help after, you know, in post-shave, when I've used an injector razor, when I've used this injector razor, it's really helped out a great deal. And yeah, I'm going to have to do a head shave here. But I had a good day and a half worth of growth on my face, and this razor did a nice job of just taking it down. I'm going to use a little bit here like this, and in those areas there where I might have had a slight little nick, and then maybe just, you know, just a little bit right here, just right there and right there. And, you know, once that alcohol evaporates, then all those good skin ingredients will get in there and really calm the skin down. Yeah, like this a lot. And the fact that it's the same scent as the soap and the aftershave is fantastic. You know, if I buy another soap from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, I'm definitely buying the Star Jelly with it. Absolutely no doubt about it. I think it's just helped me, and it really did help me during learning how to use this injector razor. Really did help me a lot. Great shave. You know what? I'm kind of walking a tightrope here with this razor. I have to be honest with you. Is this something that I'm going to use every single day? Like, oh, I can hardly wait to use the injector razor. No. You know, it's nice. I like it. It's a great change of pace. But boy, I'm really looking forward to using my double-edged razor again. I think the first The next shave, I'm going to pull out my Vikings blade Emperor Augustus adjustable razor and have a shave with that. I'm going to pop in a nice Vikings blade, mild blade, and I'm going to shave with that because I feel more comfortable with it. Obviously, I've used it for a longer time than I have this. Now, if you took away all my razors and said this is the only thing you could use, well, sure. You know, after a while, I would probably become very, very adept with this. But you know what? I like a double-edged razor. I just like the feel of it. I like the 30-degree angle. You know, I just like that razor. This is nice, and you should get one and add it to your collection. I recommend doing your research if you're going to go to eBay or an antique store or a yard art sale, that sort of thing. And make sure you get one as clean as possible. Some of these are listed on eBay, and you'll look at the photos and there might be a blade that is rusty, a blade that has rusted, it's been left in the head, and you know what, I kind of stay away from those. I try to find something that is as clean looking as possible, and if it's $35 to $40, that's probably the price range that I'm comfortable with, knowing that it's probably good and clean and a blade has never been left in the head to rust. So probably in there. And of course you could bargain with some of the sellers and have them knock off a few bucks, that sort of thing. But yeah, am I gonna try another injector razor? Absolutely. I'll try something, a later model that's a little milder, and see how that works out for me. This is nice. This was, again, we believe this is a G8 because of the partially ribbed handle. Kind of disappointed it's not the one that Cary Grant used in Mr. Blandings Builds' dream house, but close enough. And it gave a nice shape, provided that you use good form, you keep this surface against your skin. For me, I had to stretch my skin a little bit, and again, there is, oh, right there, you can see that guy right there. Hey, let's, as long as it's here, let's use Mr. Styptic right here. Why not? Okay. Very, very minor. That's it. And again, it's good to have one of these also, especially if you're a beginner with a safety razor or even a single edge razor of some kind. These are very, very good to have. It'll really stop that bleeding. And of course, because I got the dry dock, if you wanted to just dry this right on the dry dock, you could do that too. I'm going to stand it up over there though. But yeah, that's kind of been the long and short of my shaves with this razor, because it is on the aggressive end and my skin borders on the sensitive side. So I am interested in getting a later model injector razor because they're milder. So I want to see how that works for my shave. But this was interesting. It gave me a nice close shave. I'm glad I didn't go 3 passes, just 2 passes and a little touch up, and I got a really, really nice close result. Really nice. And that's it. Okay, thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page for cartoons, for videos like this, and shave of the day photos, that sort of thing. Check out phoenixshaving.com or phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com. Both addresses get you to the same great online store where you can get some great shaving gear. Check out Astro Traveler. That's fantastic shaving soap. Love the site. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marksradio, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized. You can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. You can see that that's powdering up a little bit. I'll slough it off afterwards and everything will be fine. Thanks again for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.